So, it's been about a year since we last came on to discuss and theorize about the 25th anniversary of Persona. And just saying that's kind of knocking the wind out of me right now. It's been a weird year. How's your year been, Michelle?
I don't know. I moved, I was, moving around whenever we did this last time. I just moved, and now I'm gonna do that again soon, so...
You got to keep up the trend.
This is it's a narrative circle.
And, listen, not a lot changes, or at least I feel like that would have been more fitting to say, maybe a month ago, talking about this anniversary. But, right around the year mark, they blasted us a bit. It is funny to think about, though, because I didn't go back and look at every single thing we had talked about last year. I would say what we had guessed was optimistic, but honestly not too far from the truth.
Yeah, we weren't, insane.
Yeah, no, I'd have to go back. Maybe I'm blindsided. I don't believe it as much to be the case anymore, but I really, really want to. I'm still holding out hope for that Persona 1 remake.
That's true.
I want to believe. But yeah, no, generally it was pretty conservative. Super Live being one of the announcements I'm pretty sure we got, that was pretty obvious. The first announcement being nothing was not...
I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah. I guess we'll get more into that, though. But yeah, no, it's been very, very odd. There have been many reactions across the board from people who are vehemently crying and pissing their pants and wanting to put Atlus, in a guillotine. You have people who are just climbing right into Atlus's butthole just to get all warm and cozy. No, I know what I said.
No, I don't like it.
Yeah, and then you have me and I presume you as well, where we're just kind of I don't know. If something comes, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Just very, very passive. But there are, it's weird. There's only 2 left, I believe. 2 big announcements. Well, because they messed it up, because after a couple of the announcements, they accidentally made it so there were 3. They added another one. Just randomly, without even announcing it. It was really weird. And then, after, I think, the 4th one, they then added an 8th. No, they added a 9. Because originally it was 7, and then it went up to 8, and then 9. Which was really odd. And then only with this most recent one, they bumped it back down to 7. So it might have been a website error that they didn't catch for months. To, actually half a year. Or the recently announced Trilogy was just all 3. They were hyping us up. We got 3 announcements in one, baby. No, it was the separate Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch announcements.
Yeah.
Just had to get a little 1-2 with that. But yeah, no, I thought it'd be fun to actually just kind of look through what has been announced in the last year, kind of give our thoughts on it. And honestly, knowing us, it'll probably not be short. Reasonably, it shouldn't take too long to discuss, though, because, starting off, back in, I think it was September of 2021, I think was the first one we got.
Something like that, yeah.
I don't know, and everyone was sitting there with bated breath. Everyone was...
I sure was.
we were all waiting. We wanted to know, and it was, they were releasing the Persona 5 soundtracks in Japan for Royal and Strikers, and we were getting some Japanese festivals. We did get a bunch of art. They gave us plenty of cool art, which is, by far, not even joking, my favorite part of the anniversary. Including all of the different, ports and... Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, the art makes me happy. It's all good art.
No, yeah, I love getting art of the crew. Especially, there's been a lot of Persona 1, they've been going out of their way to do the Persona 1 cast a lot.
Yeah, they won't let you buy their game, but...
They will not, but... Listen, Brown has to get representation somewhere.
No, he doesn't.
Don't
He's brown.
Don't tell that to people. They can't handle it. No, but yeah, so it was just like some anniversary festivals and stuff like that. I forget exactly what they were. It was just, it was the start of the merch sale. I think all the games went on sale, actually, which is neat.
Something like that, yeah. It was funny. I still remember I was doing a stream like the day before that got announced. I still have like a vivid memory of playing Minecraft on that stream and having decent hopes for what the first thing would be, because I'm like, I don't think all of these announcements are going to be games because that'd be insane. But I think they'll at least start with a bang. They didn't do that.
They waited. They held their tongue on this.
They waited until it wasn't the anniversary year anymore.
But my favorite thing is, I remember early on, a lot of people were kind of, like, they were hesitant, because they did say, like, yeah, these are going to be announcements for the US and and Japan, and just all across the world. Or I guess just the West, and it was like, okay, well, there's not a website for the West yet, or anything.
Well, that was a friggin' lie.
Well, because they made the website the moment the first announcement went up. And I'll hope that I go back in editing to add a picture here. Let me hope I am functional enough to do that, because my brain doesn't work. But we got phone wallpapers and computer wallpapers.
Yeah.
And that was it. That's like if you go to the website, it literally just said like digital wallpapers, and that was it. And like,
yeah,
they're kind of pretty. Some of them are nice. Some of them are the most minimal effort possible.
Yeah, it was funny.
Oh, I'm looking at the site right now. A bunch of them have 404 errors. Like half of the images. I think the ones exclusively for the games, the only one that's loading is P3s.
That's so cool. Good job, guys.
Love you, Atlus. Good job.
Atlus knows how to release their games.
Yeah, so Atlus West, that one was kind of a bust. But, you know, that's where the divide, I feel like, just kept growing until, like, super recently. Because there was other people being like, guys, it's the first announcement, come on. Like, you have 6 more to go. It's like, what is it? The Smash Ultimate Fighter Pass? Just, guys, let them have their fun. There's 6 more announcements to come.
Let them enjoy their wallpapers.
Listen, this truly was the adding Byleth to Smash of Persona announcements. Nobody wanted it except for maybe me, because I was like, oh, Persona 5 music is getting released officially. Neat. I'll take it.
I want the Striker soundtrack.
Exactly.
Also, no, that was actually the best announcement so far, because they finally fucking released the full version of Colors Flying High.
Yeah.
Because that actually took years for some reason.
Yeah. Which banger.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll play that during this video so we can actually finally get that in our system. But yeah, so after that, another 2 months where people, they just kept festering more. I keep bringing this up, but it was like ever present. The amount of people festering over this. Until we got Ultimax, I think that was Game Awards?
Yeah, it was Game Awards. We reacted to it, and then I lost the recording, so you guys are never seeing it. I do want to know, because I do real quickly want to diverge to tell my favorite story of us reacting to that, because people won't get to see it.
Okay.
And I just need to mention this because it's funny, which was, fuck, what award was it? I think it was like, it was like a thing for like graphics or visuals or something. I forget exactly what it was.
Was it the racing, the sports category?
Yeah, it was like sports and racing, I think, category. And it was basically them like building up like how good of a category this is, and like saying like, yeah, it's it's a very important genre, or just basically a lot of build up to the announcement. and then Adam just says fucking, he's like, you don't have to build it up this much. You're just gonna give it to Forza. And then the announcer 5 seconds later, and the winner is Forza.
I lost my mind.
So funny. There were some other good moments of reaction to that, and I'm sad we'll never get to see it.
Yeah, but
I think if I still had shitty PC or not, but yeah.
I don't know. I remember that Game Awards being completely unmemorable, but I could be wrong. Actually, okay, no, because it ended with It Takes Two winning, and that was like the first Game of the Year victory that I actually cheered.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
And they announced Ultimax in the pre-show, because the pre-show is just more of the main show, and they lied to us.
Just to go on another little tangent, because it does remind me of, it wasn't Jeff Keighley that time, but it gives me a similar energy to the PC Gaming Show, which PC Gaming Show, I don't know if we mentioned in one of these videos, but that is like the ultimate butt of the joke for me and Michelle. It is the funniest, most boring and pointless presentation of all time.
I love it.
We tuned into it when P4G got announced for Steam. We were like, huh, this might happen. Let's see. Like it's basically confirmed. And a minute or two before the actual broadcast began, P4G was added to Steam. Yeah. So we watched the trailer and then we shut it off and bought the game. And then I think played Jackbox.
We played Jackbox, yeah, because we streamed that one. And they were very smart to announce Golden very quickly. Yeah. I think before they even announced the first game, they played the Juness theme. And then a few trailers later, they played the Golden trailer for Steam. And then we were like, now what? And then we started Jackbox and played with the chat.
And that was a good day.
It was fun.
But yeah, no, like, Persona 4 manages to always show up at these events.
Yep.
But yeah, so Ultimax came out. Well, it didn't come out. It was announced. We'll get to the actual release. But that was cool. Like, Ultimax is like one of the best spin-offs, I'd say, for Persona. Just really cool fighting game.
Yeah.
Get it. I think
it was a good game.
It didn't. I forgot that didn't come to Xbox. That was
No, it was funny. They didn't bother.
Yeah, because that was PS4, Switch, and Steam. Even though the original release of Ultimax was like the second game ever to be on an Xbox for an Atlus game, at least for
no,
for Megami Tensei.
There, the second ever game to be on an Xbox.
Just period.
Yeah.
They've been trying their best.
And now they're gonna get the third, fourth, and fifth.
Exactly. That's so. We'll get to the times are changing. Japan is still not gonna play them.
They're not gonna buy the Xbox. They already have PlayStations.
Yeah. But yeah, so that got announced. And it was like, okay, cool, and that was about it. That's all we needed. It was our Western announcement too. We actually did technically get something.
It was announced in the West first.
Yes. We didn't get it physically because agony, but it exists.
We also didn't get Rollback.
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna get to. So people wait another like 2-3 months, just begging, sitting on their knees. They're like, okay, Atlus, come on, what's next? We gotta know. We got Ultimax coming. What are you gonna do? Ultimax comes out at the end of the month. What's up? Which they were worried because early on, after Ultimax got announced, they were like, we're not doing Rollback, and people screeched. So they went, okay, if you buy the game, we might. And then I don't know what happened. We get a couple months in. It was like a month before Ultimax is actually releasing.
Yep.
And one of the directors just gets on camera and he's like, hey, so we didn't have another announcement this month. We kind of didn't plan this out. Here, we will add Rollback, I guess. Just wait until July and/or August or something. We still don't know when it's coming. It is July. We don't know, but presumably it's on its way. But yeah, their announcement was that eventually we will get Rollback. And
I do love that video because he also specifically said that the reason they were adding Rollback was because of outcry from the West.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because for those who don't know, Japan has like a real online infrastructure that's not throttled by a corporate oligarchy.
Yeah, that's
so because of that, that means
America.
that not having rollback isn't detrimental to an online video game there because their online just kind of works.
Yeah.
Here we need rollback to account for the fact that we pay so much for garbage internet that's worse than the rest of the world. So, yeah. If you're wondering why a lot of Japanese games don't have rollback, that's why.
On top of that, Japan got a crap load of merch here. Because they got, like, they had the P25 festival or whatever, which I think is happening, like, now? Sometime around now. They've got big old statues there. We got so much art. This was a great time. Way more art of the cast. That's all I care about. Just give me more Persona art of all the protagonists.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
They got all the plushies. They got some Arcana cards. It was neat. Otherwise, nothing.
Yeah.
Then another 2 months pass. And actually, no. Because Ultimax did release before that. And that game's fun. Let's talk about Ultimax. Why don't we play that game more? Probably because it doesn't have rollback.
It doesn't have rollback yet. That's why.
Everything comes back to the same problems. No, but like in reality, a lot of people were getting very, very pissed about this anniversary by this point. And like, I understand. You can criticize Atlus all you want. I don't give a crap. But Ultimax is a very good game. I really wish it had rollback, but like, if you like fighting games, and especially when it does get rollback, that is a very good fighting game.
Yeah, it's also like, it was also one of the harder games to play. I mean, every Persona game before 5 is hard to play these days, but like, yeah, it was like a difficult game to like actually be able to play. So it was cool that we got it on like a lot of consoles. You can play it on your Nintendo Switch, which might I add is not getting rollback, and that's just funny.
Oh yeah, no. It also the Steam and Switch versions don't have lobbies. Only the PS4 version.
Yeah, they don't have like the chibi fun lobby, which like is not a huge loss, but it is a bit lame.
I do love the amount of people who were cheering when that happened, because they were like, yes, no more role players in the lobby, which apparently that was an ever-present issue that actually upset people.
To be fair, whenever I played the BlazBlue Cross Tag demo, that was most of what I did. So I did eventually, like, I remember, like, I enjoyed playing that demo because I was bad at fighting games, and that game's made for actual infants. And I remember my favorite part of that game was still saving up enough of the in-game currency to get the Yukiko avatar, and then just walking around.
Me running around as Adachi, what will he do?
Yeah.
Yeah, but no.
I was gonna say, I will also add with Ultimax, that game actually did have a bit more effort put into it that I think non-hardcore fans realize, because they basically rebalanced the whole game, right?
Yeah, I forget if that was a new balancing patch, or if it was one that was exclusive to arcades. It might have been that. But regardless, that was not on consoles before. They added a decent handful of new, like, color alts. And, like, it's on 3 systems. That's more than some ports can get credit for.
I will say, I do find it funny that, and I'll bring this up again later, I do find it funny that Japan insists on calling it Persona 4 Arena Ultimax Remastered, or Ultra Suplex Hold Remastered.
It's not it's not remastered.
No, it's the same game.
Don't give me your bullcrap. That game, I'm pretty sure, is running in 720p, and I don't care.
I will also add what I think is funny, which is the fact that I think they fixed it, but at launch, the PC's audio mixing was garbage.
Yeah, it was not okay. It also...
I don't know. They keep doing that. Strikers had the same thing happen in the West, with the dub, at least.
Yeah, there was also the issue that, if you tried making... What was it again? It was like if you tried making a or joining an online battle on PC that was just random or something like that, it would just crash your game for like a month.
I don't know, man. Look, only play if you have PS Plus. Don't play the game on Steam.
Yeah, like the PS4 port is just the optimal port, and also like for not having rollback, the network on PS4 is not that bad at all. But complaints aside, that game is very fun.
It is a good game. I
like playing Yukiko. We need to actually play it again sometime.
Yeah, and a lot of the issues you mentioned were fixed.
Yeah. It's just Atlus pulls. I love Atlus. We have like a problem. We have like an addiction. One which we will not fix.
Atlus have a really funny problem with marketing and releasing things. Yeah, it's just that most of the time the things they release are really good, unless it's Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight.
See, this most recent... It's weird talking about this anniversary, because there's so many Atlus-isms I can name that... And honestly, we'll see how some of these work on release, but... It's very much... Yeah, Atlus always does this, and they blew away our expectations in terms of doing the most Atlus thing ever. Exception being the most recent Trilogy port. Like, that's like... It's such a weird thing. Because, like, we can jump over to that, because honestly, like, what was after the rollback announcement? It was just, like, Super Live, and the fact that we're getting Super Live streamed to us officially now.
I do want to mention, because I know there were people, like, you know, disappointed. It's like, oh, it's just a concert. It's not a game. Fuck you. The legitimate, like, it was pretty obvious Super Live was going to be one of the announcements. And I don't care what anyone says. That's, like, one of the best announcements they can make, because if you've never watched Persona Super Live, it's sick. It's the greatest concert ever. It's awesome.
It also was exactly where I expected it to be, because I was expecting it in the Dead Center.
Yep.
And that's where it was. It's 4 out of 7.
All I'm saying, the last Persona Super Live, they performed a flamenco version of The Whims of Fate. These concerts are awesome.
I agree. And at least, like, each concert they're doing this time, because it's always, like, 2 days, and each concert they're doing this time is at least going to be more notably different, because the first one I think is P5R, and I think 3?
I think it's just 5 and 3, and then the next one is 5 and 4.
Yeah. Where the second one is going to be going more into Strikers, which I'm excited for, because I need to hear Counter-Strike on live, please, or any of those songs. Such a good soundtrack. Yeah, but no, like, because a lot of people in the West, and especially, like, there have been a lot of newer fans since the last Super Live, because it is very weird thinking about how long ago the last Super Live was. That was like 2019, right?
They announced Strikers there.
I think 2019. Maybe 20. I don't know time anymore.
I'll look up when the P sound bomb happened.
I was still in school. I was skipping school.
Yeah, me too.
But.
Yeah, Persona Super Live P-Sounds 3 2019.
Okay. It's been a couple years. They announce games at those every single time. If you're expecting big announcements like Super Live, that is when you are getting, presumably, Persona 6, at least teased, and what other crazy thing they're bringing.
I'm thinking what we'll get there. Because the past 2 Super Lives have all announced 2 things.
Yeah.
2017, I think it was, whenever P Sound Bomb happened, they announced
Q2.
P3 and 5 Dancing and Q2. And then last time, they gave us the first real trailer for Royal, and they announced Strikers.
Oh my gosh.
The Ramble.
Yeah, the teasing cycle for Royal, I kind of want to tangent into.
It's so funny. I love that.
Like, that was the biggest case of, speaking of Atlas-isms, announcing an announcement of an announcement.
Yeah.
Because it was... What was the first one?
The first one was p5r.jp, which was just a website with a red JPEG.
Yeah. And then they were like, yeah, watch the P5 anime finale to get a trailer, which
is the ultimate torture you could put a Persona 5 fan through, because man, that finale of the anime is bad.
Yeah, they really did hold me at gunpoint while Joker held that chess piece. But
that ending so much.
Yeah. So that's when we got the one where I think it was just like Kasumi standing in front of the broadcast or whatever.
Yeah, it was just standing there.
He went, Femsi, Femsi, it's Femsi! It was not Femsi.
It was not Femsi.
Meanwhile, I was like, it's a game about a catchy, and you were like, no, it's not, and then Atlus was like, no, it isn't, and then it was.
I will say, by the way, this is unrelated, kind of, I keep fucking seeing, like, news outlets posting about leaks about the Goro Akechi spin-off game.
Stop
it!
If
it's not real!
If that happens, if that is the other thing that gets revealed at Super Live, that will be the funniest thing in the world. It's not happening. Stop listening to, I think it was Zippo? Is it Zippo? Oh yeah. Shout outs to Zippo, by the way. I don't know if you saw the thing that I sent earlier. That
you sent a few things.
That Ultima posted. Shout outs to Ultima. But they officially announced Persona 5 scented candles, which is something he joked about like a year ago. And I don't. There's a lot of interesting collaboration because we kind of skimmed over like, oh yeah, there's merchandise, blah blah blah. It's been very weird.
Yeah, a lot of it's really funny.
Because we got the scented candles, we got like a lot of food related stuff in Japan.
Yep.
We got Teddy socks.
Yeah.
Oh crap, what was it? Oh yeah, it was is it like deodorant or something?
Mouthwash.
Yeah, Joker mouthwash.
No, it was also you and Minato mouthwash. They did all three.
Don't worry, I could never forget. Atlas is so interesting.
If you use the Persona 3 mouthwash, it gives you depression. That's a fact. That's a science fact.
Does that make the Narukami mouthwash happy juice?
No, that fills me with emptiness.
Oh man, I'm trying to think if there's any other weird thing. I do remember when they announced during, I think the last announcement, the one before the trilogy. No, it was when they announced the trilogy. They showed off that there was an event going on at Anime Expo, where they were gonna have like a little photo booth, and they have like the Velvet Room sofa, or the couch from I think P3, and I saw that and immediately. I think I texted Spencer. I was just like, I'm stealing that couch.
No, I believe me and you agreed to attempt to steal the couch.
Yes. Sadly, neither of us live anywhere close to the West Coast.
And also that will require going to Anime Expo, which is a sacrifice I'm not willing to make for anything.
Yes, and despite being a holy crime, a crime nonetheless, presumably. Will they prosecute you for stealing the Velvet Room couch? You would have to prove it by doing it. That's all I'm saying. Sadly, will never happen. But yeah, no, it's just, there's been a lot of weird, some cool stuff. Mainly I just care because we get more art, baby, every time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's been a very interesting, weird ride. And then, not E3 happened, because what was Summer Games Fest? Which we were actually there together for like the first time in our lives.
Yeah, I got to meet you. That's my favorite part of the Persona announcements.
That was neat, and we and yeah, no, that was when they were just like, I don't know, we'll just put these on all the consoles. Just P3 P3 portable. I love that that's what they opened with.
Yeah.
It was a butterfly where we already kind of lost our minds. And then it shot a Femsi.
Well, yeah, we lost our minds because we heard Phil Spencer say the word Atlas.
That is true. and then we saw Femsi, and I had a little moment.
Yeah, that reaction is on my Twitter somewhere. Yeah, it was funny. Because, yeah, they were like, yeah, Persona 3 Portable on the home console, the Xbox.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, no. So P3P, P4G, and P5R are coming to like everything except for like Stadia and Ouya and Roku. But like it's coming to everything, and they did very gradually reveal that fact, because initially it was just like, yeah, it's coming to Game Pass, and Xbox Series X and S and Xbox One, and they didn't really elaborate past that. And eventually they were like, no guys, it's coming to PS5, or no, it's coming to PS4, except for Royal, which is coming to PS5 because it's already on the PS4. And then wait a couple more weeks to what was like, how many days ago was my birthday? Like 5 days? 4 days? Something. And on my birthday, they announced that they were all coming to Switch, and my magical powers finally manifested.
And Spencer, we were watching it, said that was a lame way to end the Nintendo Direct, and then me and you both yelled at him for 10 minutes.
I'm gonna get on that man's case about that forever. Love you, Spencer. Yeah, but no, now Persona is on everything, and that's really weird.
We did it.
Persona finally broke free, as the kids would say. But are we really free? Are we?
I'm gonna buy Persona 5 Royal like 6 more times, so probably not.
In all honesty, it's always the case of, you know, cool thing gets announced and it's like, okay, but what about this? Like, you're never satisfied, because we got King Goomba, the classic, the legend, finally getting Royal on Switch, and immediately goes, cool, when are we getting Soul Hackers 2? And it's like, come on, man, it has been like 3 years in the making with you. Come on.
We still have yet to figure out if he's self-aware. I don't know if we ever will figure it out.
He is Schrodinger's Goomba. I will never know. I don't want to know. Whatever you believe it to be is the case that it is. I don't care. I just appreciate that he's there. He's a maniac. He needs to like go on a walk. And I appreciate his existence. But yeah, no, like, in all honesty, I'm happy that Xbox fans can actually, you know, play games from not just the West, and Japanese players can ignore the Xbox again forever, and not buy anything that's coming to that. I want to know, I feel like, honestly, a lot of Xbox players will pitch in to go for Persona. Like, they've been pushing that hard. I want to know how many Xbox players are actually going to buy Soul Hackers 2. Because I'm really excited for Soul Hackers 2. They have not been pushing it in the West nearly as much as they honestly should be. But I'm really excited for it. I don't know if Xbox fans are going to be on board for that. Definitely some will. It's coming to the Series X. But, like, will it work? We'll see, because the only time them putting something on an Xbox has ever worked was Persona 4 Arena. And that's it.
Did that? I'm pretty sure that version didn't do well.
That version actually did pretty well, honestly, from what I know.
I think if Catherine bombed on Xbox, it was funny.
Was Catherine on Xbox?
Yeah, original Catherine was on Xbox. Whew. Nobody bought it.
Yeah, that fits.
I don't think Full Body wasn't, though.
No, they learned their lesson after that. Yeah, no, Atlus games on Xbox, we'll see, like, 4th or 5th time's the charm. Maybe it'll work out. Persona, at least, like, maybe Phil Spencer knew what he was doing. Phil knows what he's doing. He's like the best thing to ever happen to Xbox. He was just like, okay, but if we announce it, then the news will get everywhere. Just give it to Game Pass users.
Also, I'm gonna mention this to you now because it's cool. And fucking, I don't know, this this discussion's, it doesn't have a direction.
Yeah, we're just, well, welcome to this channel in general.
Yeah, so I was pretty sure this was the case, but I wanted to check, because this is actually a really cool thing with Catherine on PlayStation and Xbox, is both versions have a different box art. Yeah, it's these, because yeah, one has Catherine Candy OSC.
You're right, yeah. Yeah, there's a reason nobody's seen that left one.
Yeah, that's...
But yeah, no, like, we'll see how it goes. I think it's awesome that all this stuff is getting ported.
Yep.
I hope that the ports are good. What is it, like Denuvo or whatever, that's ruined all of the PC ports? Something like that?
I don't know.
I don't know. Don't screw it up, Atlus, please.
Yeah, I mean, I have some faith at least. Like, Golden is a good port on Steam.
Uh-huh.
I think it had like one bug for some people. Like, some people just struggled to run the anime cutscenes for some reason. They fixed that quickly. So like, other than that, like, yeah, Golden is a great port on Steam and it works really well. So maybe they'll care.
It didn't run well at first. It had a couple issues, but yeah. I will say, just kind of a side note-ish, P5R is including all the DLC, which, if you include Vanilla, P5, and Royal, is $100 worth of DLC that honestly should be like $20 in total.
$15 for the Kasumi Yoshizawa costume pack.
Woo! You get to use it. It's $1 for every hour you get to use it if you're really, really taking your time in third semester.
I think that DLC might be the greatest scam of all time. Okay,
but you get Kasumi dressed as Rin, so maybe you should check your attitude. I think you're the problem here.
I will say I bought some of that DLC for Royal. I'm not wholly innocent.
See, I was in the camp of being that DLC's biggest critic who bought it the moment that it released. And it's not like my opinion changed after I bought it. It was me saying, this is a garbage deal, then clicking purchase.
All I'm saying is $7 for Raoul was worth it.
Woo! Why? Okay, I understand. I'm gonna buy it again because I'm a problem child. You just heard me talk about buying the friggin' $60 of DLC.
Yep.
Why is Royal coming to PS5? Like, does that game need a PS5 version?
Apparently, yeah, from what I've heard, it is apparently, like, getting some boosts, but I doubt it's much.
Listen, I'll take it. I don't think it's going to be a free upgrade by any means. We'll see what comes with October, but I doubt it. It doesn't... Like, it's a PS3 game.
Yeah.
It's a PS3 game. Like, the PS4 version, I believe, added 4K support, whatever that means. That game is not 4K 60 FPS. That game is, at best, 1080p 30 FPS.
Which might add, I believe, for those wondering, if you do buy P5R on Switch, you're getting 720p.
Yeah.
So,
which,
suck it up.
I'll take it.
No, I mean, like, that's the thing, like, it is funny, but also, like, Persona 5 Royal, you know, it's a PS3 game. It's also the single most stylish PS3 game ever made.
Yeah, no, like,
so,
take what you can get, Switch fans. That is 130 hours you're getting out of that game.
Yeah, like, even if the game, as long as the game is in, like, 720 minimum, like, it's always gonna look good.
If that game runs well portably, I am going to lose my mind.
I bet.
Because that, if they wanted to get me, like, off of, like, gnawing on that game perpetually, that's not the way to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Why does it need a PS5 version? I don't know. Am I gonna buy it? Yeah, I have a problem. We'll see. I'll update you guys later on if it was worth it. Let's see what happens in October. But with all that said, what the heck do you think is coming next? Because we've still got two things. And I feel like out of those two, whatever two announcements we get from Super Live are getting roped together. So, what the heck is the other one? And what are those two, for that matter?
Well, I don't know about Persona, but I know that Despicable Me 4 is coming because I just saw that on Twitter.
What? Gosh, they keep doing this to us.
Yeah, I just saw that on Twitter. It's coming out in like in almost exactly 2 years, July 3rd, 2024.
The Minions 2 sweep wins again.
Okay. It's not even 2. Isn't the new one that came out 3?
No. Is it?
How many are there?
Oh no.
What?
How many Minions?
Is it? Yeah, because isn't Minions 2 something and then Rise of Gru is 3, right?
No, this is... No.
Okay, no, Rise of Gru is 2. We're fine.
Yeah, I think they teased this movie
many.
like years ago, if
yeah,
anything.
it's still too many, but...
Okay. I can breathe. But yeah, what do you think is happening with Persona? I want you to know, guys, this is how a normal conversation between me and Michelle goes. It is utter pandemonium.
Yeah, I realized pretty early in us recording this video that this wasn't gonna have structure.
No.
Neither
did the anniversary.
Yeah, it's thematic. So I think, like, for me, the thing I want most for, like... I think for me, the thing I would want most at this point from in one of these announcements, because we still haven't gotten a new game. I want, other than Persona 6, which is just happening.
It's happening.
Can Koei Tecmo make Persona 5 Strikers 2?
Yeah, like, Persona 5 could end with Strikers. Like, we could get our little goodbye there. I'm fine with it. But I would be fine with one more P5 game. Just something. It could be Strikers, it could be Arena. Give me something.
Because P5 still has, I believe, less spin-offs than 4.
Yeah.
So.
And, like, P5 Strike, I love that game. That game is awesome. You can attest to the fact that with us binging 3 Hopes, because I've gotten you on the Muso train now.
I just like Kyoto.
Yeah. Like, Strikers could have had even deeper combat than it already does. And I would freaking love that. I would like a story that's a little more different than the P5 formula being the P5 formula. Because as much as I like that game, it could be more different. But yeah, no, like, give me Strikers 2 or something. But, like, in terms of what we're actually getting, I have no idea if that's what's happening. All I know is P6. That's been the only thing I could guarantee from the start, and I have no clue where we're going.
Other thing I will say about Persona 5 spin-offs, because there's less of them currently than P4, but I'm gonna be honest, Persona 5's cast and world have a lot more potential for spin-offs than 4 ever did. Which is why it sucks that P5D was mid and Q2 bombed.
Maybe give me, like, Persona 4 City Simulator. So,
that game takes place in the country.
Yeah, let me build a little villa. Let me put a murderer in there and just let him loose. It's like the disasters in SimCity. Just drop one serial killer in there and see what happens.
Oh yeah, I would like another Persona. I would like another P5 spin-off or 2 or 6. Yeah, I don't know, like, I mean, because the other thing, like, with the announcements of the ports that people, there was the question of what about 1 and 2 and 2. To which the answer to that is maybe one day, but for now they want to make money.
Yeah, like, if they port Persona 1 and both 2 games, stellar, freaking awesome. Do it. Will they anytime soon?
Ooh.
I don't know. If anything, all of the most recent, quote-unquote recent games, circa 15 years ago, all of those getting ported just means that they have fewer options of what else to port in the future. Then again, they just ported Persona 4 or Persona 5 to the PS5 after already remaking that game like 2 years ago. What is time? I don't know. They can do anything. But yeah, like, P6 is a guarantee. I am praying my heart out that we get a P1 remake. please. If anything, the extra announcement we got smushed in between this and Super Live is gonna be like merch.
Yeah.
Are they gonna have an excuse for like anything else? Because this is after the festival. Are they just gonna announce another festival? Is it another? Are they doing something? Maybe. You know, I doubt it. Maybe they'll give us an anime. But that they still haven't played that card. Actually, okay, they did. That was another thing. The first announcement I forgot to mention. They were just like, yeah, P5 anime. Watch it on like Crunchyroll or something. Or I don't. They actually started distributing it. That's it. Oh yeah, and the golden anime, which is not good. But it's out there. It's in the wind.
It's mid.
Yeah. Anything could happen. Freaking anything. Which is just that's just been the anniversary. It's been Atlus's wild ride.
I will say, with people like hate this anniversary because I don't know, they didn't give us a new game every announcement. What I will say is this: you could be a Silent Hill fan.
Yeah.
Like
they got a skateboard.
We did get a skateboard. Cause like, oh yeah, that's the other thing. We got the revival of the Atlus West shop.
Yeah, which, despite the stuff being in there, like, it's pretty cool. I bought a couple things off of that, but yeah, they should really work on those. If you don't live in
America, then you can try. But yeah.
Well, even if you do live in America, you should take a glimpse at those shipping prices because they are. If you're not actually spending over $100, those shipping prices, you might as well just keep buying more stuff.
Funny.
Oh man. Yeah, overall though, I think the anniversary has been neat.
It's been fun.
With the most recent thing, I can say that it has justified its existence.
Yeah.
It's just taken a while to get there. I didn't mind because in my simpleton Persona-addled brain, the fact that Persona was just a general topic throughout the year at all was like fueling me. For people who aren't as weird, I understand being disappointed.
Yeah.
Find a new hobby.
Yeah.
Or Atlus can maybe not promise 7 big announcements early on when in reality they only have like 4.
Yeah, those are a funny company.
Oh man, anything you'd like to leave the chat with tonight? Like you give them a little goodnight kiss? One
thing this anniversary did was it reminded us, or it reminded the world that Maya's a bad bitch because I keep seeing art of her, and the official art kept putting her in dresses and she was hot.
I do agree. Anyways, so I'll see you guys when the Persona Dancing Trilogy releases only on Switch, for Cloud, next week, and then you'll be sorry.
That's for Atlus for doing more than Kingdom Hearts. I'll give them that.
No, honestly, the Kingdom Hearts anniversary was pretty good.
I mean, I meant on Switch, but yes.
Yeah, no, yeah, whole other story. The fact that what is wrong with people? I feel like that's another thing to note. Like, presumably, Royal, it might not run amazing. Like, worst case scenario, it might be slow. But the fact that Royal is running on that system, and Square Enix swears by their dead franchises that Kingdom Hearts 1 is too intensive for that system. The PS2 game? No.
It's so good. Awesome.
Like, the only game that you could argue might have a rough time is Kingdom Hearts 3. Like Melody of Memories released after, and that even got on there. I'm not saying that's intensive, but like that, like, is Dream Drop Distance, the 3DS game, too much for this?
Chain of Memories is holding that collection back, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but in
many ways.
Yeah. In terms of anniversaries, it's been neat. We'll see where it goes. We might do a little recap once everything is done.
I will say, the other big anniversary celebration that happened, like, recently that I cared about this Persona one is so much better than Mario's 35th. Fuck Mario's 35th.
Yeah. Or Fire Emblem. I mean, okay. Fire Emblem did get something. They were just like, we got Shadow Dragon. We're putting it on the Switch, and it's dying the same day.
And it's gone.
Yeah. It doesn't exist anymore, which is cool that they did release that in the West.
It has like 5 physical copies total.
Yeah. That's, you know, we could have it worse. We could have unironically gotten nothing. We could have left this anniversary with, like, the Persona Dancing Trilogy on Cloud. And that could have been it. And I would have been sitting on my throne being like, this is my future. Oh, man. Yeah, that's the Persona anniversary for you.
Fun time.
I hope you guys are having a good day. This is not a real outro. I'm just gonna cut myself off mid-sentence. You should get the frick out of my house.